One of the things that is gaining popularity in the Western yoga world is something called kirtan. Kirtan involves chanting mantras and singing divine names pertaining to deities who seem to come from this Hindu tradition. Now, if I profess to belong to a different religion, is it okay for me to participate in this kirtan? This is the question. If we look at the Vedic philosophy from this whole yoga philosophy emerges, in the Vedic philosophy, the divine energy or the creator or God is described as nameless, formless and beyond all kinds of qualities. In fact, Upanishads say, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha, meaning Brahman is that from where words along with the mind return back unable to attain that. In other words, Brahman as an energy is beyond words, cannot be described, is beyond the mind too, meaning inconceivable. Now, this might prove to be a very abstract idea for a lot of people. This is not definitely for the commoner. So, then how do we benefit the common person also who cannot imagine anything which does not have a name, a form or which is beyond all kinds of qualities? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says, Klesho adhikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam, meaning for those who are interested in the unmanifest, the journey is going to be a little bit more difficult. Therefore, upasakanam hitarthaya brahmano rupa kalpana. The Vedic rishis, what they did was, for the benefit of the practitioners, they created different names, different forms, etc. for this energy called Brahman, which in fact has no name, no form and is beyond all qualities. So, we have what are called or who are called devatas or deities, which are cosmic energies. These are Ganesha, Shiva, Vishnu, Lakshmi, Saraswati, etc. These are considered as examples of such deities. Now, if we take for example Ganesha, the deity with an elephant's head, there is a lot of philosophy and there is a lot of symbolism involved behind this form of Ganesha. For those who understand the philosophy and the symbolism involved, they do not attach not a lot of importance to the form, but rather look at the philosophy and understand Ganesha to be the manifestation of a cosmic energy, and they do not have any issues with chanting mantras for Ganesha or Shiva or any other deity. But on the other hand, if a yoga practitioner has certain reservations about thinking of these deities as belonging to any particular religion, that is okay, because for the sake of practicing yoga philosophy, it is not necessary that we should believe in any kind of deities, any kind of energies, etc. The essence of yoga philosophy is that I am not this mind body system, but rather I am consciousness called Purusha. It is true that Yoga Sutras do talk about what is called Ishvara Pranidhana, that is surrendering to indwelling divine presence. But this divine presence does not have to be given any name or any form. So, in this way, the practice of kirtan is belonging to a different approach called Bhakti Yoga, and those who would like to practice strictly Raja Yoga tradition, Raja Yoga practices such as asana, pranayama, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, etc., without any harm, without any kind of issues with their practice, they can feel free not to participate in this kind of kirtans, etc. But the path is still open to them. So, ultimately to summarize, yoga is a philosophy. Yoga is not a religion, Hinduism or any other religion. But as a philosophy, it stands above all religions and it welcomes all religions, it includes all religions, it includes all paths and it accepts all the paths as equally valid and equally useful to the spiritual seekers. Ultimately, this is something that everyone has to decide for himself or herself too. I am going to conclude this series of talks with something that Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita. Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrusyaita daseshena yathechasi tatha kuru. This is what Krishna tells Arjuna after teaching Bhagavad Gita to him. The meaning of this verse is that Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya. I have told you all that is there to be told. I have shared with you all that is there to be shared. Vimrusyaita daseshena, meaning think well about what I have told you so far, what I shared with you so far, and yathechasi tatha kuru, decide for yourself. Therefore, this is something every yoga practitioner has to think for himself or herself. If you look at the history of yoga, yoga has started from ancient texts that are called Vedas, and Vedas did not advocate any kind of religion. In fact, as far as I know, there is no word for religion in Sanskrit. The closest word is called mataha, which means opinion, a considered opinion, and not a religion. So, the whole Vedic philosophy, Vedic language, Sanskrit, they never had any reference to any kind of religion. They did not intend to create any kind of religion. Rather, they advocated that there is one divine energy that permeates this entire creation, and that one divine energy can manifest itself in many forms and form many paths, and whichever path the sincere seeker might take, the destination is going to be one and the same. So, think about all this and make your own decision, but do choose wisely. Namaste.